Refer to the accompanying data set and use the 30 screw lengths to construct a frequency distribution. We're going to begin with a lower class limit of 1.720 inches and use a class width of 0.010 inches. The screws were labeled as having a length of 1 3/4 inches. So, what we want to do is we're going to use StatCrunch to get the frequency, but we need to make sure that we're careful in how we put in the classes. So the classes, we want to make sure that we go ahead and then apply the class width. So if we know that the first class, or the lower class limit, is 1.720, we're going to add 0.010 to that. And that gives us 1.730. Now what do you think the next one's going to be? We're going to add 0.10, so it's going to be 1.740. If we're going to add 0.010, this is going to make this 1.750. And then adding at 0.010 is going to give us 1.760. Now what number is going to be here? Well, it's going to be one lower, or 1,000th lower. So we're going to have to write this upper class limit here for the first class to be 1.729, because that's one right below that value. Same thing over here. We're going to add what? We're going to get one lower than the 1.740, so that's going to be 1.390. Sorry, 739. Okay. Now let's go ahead and then add 0.010 to each one of those as a class width. So that becomes 1.749. And then this one becomes 1.759. And then this one becomes 1.769. And therefore there are our classes. Okay. Now we want to be able to find the frequency. So we're going to go ahead and open this data up into StatCrunch. So we're going to open up this data, and then we're going to open this up into StatCrunch. Okay, and now what we want to do is we want to be able to then use this first column, VAR1, and then create a frequency distribution. So we're going to select Tables, go to Frequency. We're going to select VAR1. We're going to select Frequency. And now down here at the bottom, we're going to put in our bin numerical values. Well, we're starting at 1.720, and then the width is 0.010. Okay, and then we're going to store it in the table. Or if we don't store it in the table, we'll just go ahead and take a look at it from here. So here is our frequency distribution. Now you see it's slightly different than what you see over here. Okay, because even though this first class goes from 1.720 to 1.729, it's showing 1.73, but it's not including that value. So therefore, you can trust the fact that this is the frequency for each one of those. So it's 1, 4, 13, 11, 1. So it's 1, 4, 13, 11, and then 1. Let's check and see if that's our answer. There is our result.